safe space to engage with therapists and ask questions in a creative way. Therapist Night Live is just a little under 2 weeks away, and joining us to give more details is co-founders of Courageous Healing, Aaron and Janelle Lane. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you guys so much for waking up so early and joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. Okay, so for those that may not have heard about the event yet, tell us about Therapist Night Live and what we can expect there.
Yeah, so Therapist Night Live is an opportunity for Courageous Healing to basically bring what counseling or therapy can feel like straight to the community. So we'll be live and in person at Baker Street Center, also known as C2G, located downtown Fort Wayne. There will be 11 of our therapists, Black and brown therapists, and we're going to create an atmosphere and a vibe that Courageous Healing brings that's different, where we use this concept called centering Blackness, where we will have a vibe of Black art, music, dance, different forms of therapy that allow people to feel seen, heard, valued from a culture standpoint. And we just look to have an experience with people, you know, that's not like something we've seen here before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I love that you said that. It led to my next question. This is a first of its kind. So what went into creating an event like this?
So the beauty of the work that we do is we can just move however we need to move, right? And so we are very responsive to what we see in the community. Post-COVID, we see a lot more mental health issues starting to spike up, a lot more anxiety, a lot more depression, and it looks different in different communities. Often for Black and brown, specifically Hispanic and Spanish-speaking populations and African-American populations, we see mental health issues show up differently, but there's still a lot of stigma in those communities. And so we're just doing whatever our part is to break down those stigmas, right? So we want to get outside of the walls of the facility. We want to go out into the community, and we want to just be people connecting with people. Life can be full of hard things, but it can also be full of joy and laughter and fun. And so we want to live life to the full with the community, and we want them to know that mental health doesn't have to be scary.
Absolutely, I love that. And just kind of talk to me about the proceeds that's coming in. What is that going toward?
Sure. So when people purchase their ticket, the proceeds from their ticket purchase and ticket sales go towards covering the cost of mental health services for other people who cannot afford it or who maybe have insurance barriers and things like that. So their coming out and jump-starting their healing will also help cover the cost of healing for other people.
That's awesome. It's like a domino effect. I love that.
Yeah.
And why would you say someone should come on out and attend?
I would say individuals should attend, one, to get familiar with what Courageous Healing is all about, but also just have a good time. As Janelle said, many individuals think of therapy as something where you have to come in and be sad and talk about all the hard things, where it can also be fun. And it can be an atmosphere of positivity. It can be an atmosphere of just coming to understand yourself better, but also other people. So this is what that atmosphere will create, and we just hope to have a good time and have fun while doing so.
Awesome.
I would just add that this is not therapy, so you don't have to be nervous to come. Okay. We're just going to be having a community conversation about common themes that come up in therapy. Okay. So the therapist will present some questions that are common that come up in therapy, but then people from the audience can also bring questions. Okay. So we're going to laugh. Some people might get emotional. That's okay there. It's going to be a safe place for that. You'll also be able to sign up for counseling if you want to, and we will have counselors there and present if people get emotional or things come up. So we'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll do whatever comes up, because life can be all those things.
I love it. Aaron and Janelle, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Therapist Night Live will be held Saturday, November 9th from 7 to 10 at Baker Street Center. There will be VIPs and general admission available. You can find more details on this story later today on WANE.com.